This is a public service announcement. Please be advised and alarmed that Real as Promised is now in the building.
Yo, peace. It is I, Mr. RAP. RAP stands for Real as Promised. I graduated from the University of Substance, Knowledge, Intelligence, Lyricism, Love, and Showmanship. Therefore, I am an alumni of my gifts. With Alumni 1, I revisited my gifts before you. With Alumni 2, I had a little bit of fun with you. But this time, I want to give you my story, my struggles, my pain. This is Alumni 3. Home. Home is, well, number one, it's obviously my intro. It's track 1. I made this my intro because, when you think of alumni, you think of homecoming. You know what I'm saying? You want to go home. You want to be home. And for me, that was a perfect intro because when I wrote the song, I was doing a lot of traveling. With my profession, I've been to, I say 45 states out of 50. 40, I think 47. I lost count. But anyway, through all that traveling, you get a little homesick. You get very homesick. And I wrote the song while I was on the road. When I tell you homesick, meaning I forgot what a slice of pizza from Gino's tastes like, or a slice of pizza from Bruno's, a cold cut turkey ham and cheese, you know what I'm saying, on a long roll. I really missed it. And you go different places all over the world and you hear people who talk differently than what you're used to. I remember I went somewhere and somebody looked at me and said, "Howdy." And I'm like, "Howdy? Where the fuck am I at?" And that's when I realized, like, oh shit, I'm far away from home. Yo, I want to go home. And that's what probed me to write that kind of song. And it's a dope record. This album pretty much is dedicated to my oldest brother. I actually mentioned that on the intro. I had just lost my brother. And, for me, the record is more deeper than just a cold cut, more deeper than just a slice of pizza from my favorite spot. But it's home, it's my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So I think y'all enjoy that for track 1. Just in case y'all don't know what's going on, I'm actually doing a song by song breakdown. I just gave y'all track 1 in case y'all was expecting the songs to play. No, this is this is an intro for y'all to prepare yourselves to hit play. So I gave y'all track 1, which was Home. But this one right here, this is track 2. This is called Heaven. Now, when I first heard this beat, I literally almost threw up in my stomach. The soul sample, the hard drums. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So the concept of heaven, I have self-doubt. A lot of us do. Sometimes we have those moments, when we take our cape off, we're not feeling so super. We're feeling the human, and we're feeling a lot human. And sometimes we have doubt. We doubt ourselves. And me, I ask God questions like, yo, am I good enough for the obstacles that you put in front of me and the people you put around me? Like, will I still make it in considering some of the things I've done or am going through? Like, am I good enough? And that's what heaven is about. And you tie that to lyricism, me feeling like all the demons and leeches are all over me. And am I good enough? And I'm gonna tell you, it's one of my favorite songs on the album, and I think y'all enjoy it too. It's called Heaven. Yeah. Bad Taste. Bad Taste is one of those records where it's like dark club. And I be trying to rap on everything. And sometimes you just wanna be goofy, but I'm such a lyricist, that sometimes on certain tracks, I gotta talk my shit. And Bad Taste is exactly what it is. I'm gonna put a bad taste in your mouth. I'm talking my shit. It's a little bit of turn up in there, but I'm in my bag on the lyrics. And I think you're gonna enjoy this shit. Like, it's really like turn up, straight to the point. Ain't nothing else I could say about it. Like when you hear it and you hear the intro and when that beat drop and that verse start, you're gonna be like, oh, he out for blood. Why is he going so dumb on this kind of record? It's bad taste. I feel like I'm gonna say every song on the album is my favorite. I'm gonna be honest. But Glory, Glory is one of those tracks. You know, it comes in. It has the church choir sample in it, and it's already setting the tone. But the moment the beat drop, it's wide open. It's cool. It's mellow, but it's dark at the same time, and the beat just screams, "Kill everything." Kill me, please. So the beat has a bounce. There's a bounce on it. And when there's a bounce, you know, it's not your typical beat per measure. So it really got a bounce to it. And me, I love the bounce beats because I like to turn up like double speed. You know what I'm saying? And the ability to have bars even when you turn up the speed. Like you can literally slow the lyrics down and hear the bars and be like, oh my gosh, not only is he rapping fast, he actually have bars. It's a lot of dudes that rap fast, but they ain't really saying nothing. So I wanted to be the difference maker within the realm of MCs who actually rap fast and actually got bars while they rapping fast. And then it's kill everything. And if you are a junkie for lyrics and bars and dark beats and, you know, throw the hoodie over and with the Grinch face, you're gonna love Glory. I promise you. Check that out. Next joint, I-95, featuring R&B Hunter. This guy, R&B Hunter, sets the tone. I remember when I wrote the record, I write R&B too, motherfuckers, so fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Pen game is crazy. When I remember writing the record, pretending to be him. I actually had the record for a while, and once I started like listening to his catalog a lot, I said, oh shit, I'm gonna create something. And I wrote the record, and the beautiful thing about it is he sound exactly how I imagine him like singing the record. And you know, the vibe, it got that old Cadillac, you know what I'm saying, what they call the old school. Yeah, just old school with the fucking long body, top down, just cruising down I-95. It give you that feel, you know what I'm saying? And that's another one of those records similar to Home. Always traveling, always going, always up and down I-95. And that's one of those records that I created off that vibe of just being on the road. And R&B Hunter, he like bodies it. So I was just trying to match his energy. And I think y'all enjoy that. Actually, that record is actually out already. You know what I'm saying? It's actually available on all music platforms. You can check that out. It's called I-95 by yours truly, Real Ass Promise. You already. Yeah, what we like, track 6 now? I think like 6 tracks in. So we talked about I-95. I-95 that's the cruise ride that's gonna get you there. But now we're gonna get into Genie. Genie is straight to the turn up, like high speed to the turn up. I'm not saying drink and drive, I'm not saying smoke and drive, but if you want to get to the turn up real quick, Genie is gonna get you there. Genie is available right now as well. You know what I'm saying? Dropped it on September 11th. Genie is definitely that turn up. You want the turn up. You want to get there quick. You know what I mean? You want to smoke a blunt. You want to sip your drink. You know, you want to look at some chicks, and you want to turn up while you do it. And Genie is there for the taking. So make sure y'all add that to whatever playlist y'all creating, because I'm telling y'all, on this body of work, Genie is that one. You heard? Next joint. So I guess I wouldn't say that this next record is a transition, but then again I would, because even though I'm having a little fun. This song is called "You Are," but it's so mature, and it got that old like R&B vibe, like live instrumentation. You hear the guitar, you hear the grown and sexy vibe that I was going for. I wanted to make a grown man statement with this record. And the substance on the record is about being genuine. I'm lyrical, but at the same time I'm being a bit flashy about it, but not flashy as in chains and whips and chains, but more flashy in terms of my mental and what I know, what I represent, and who I am, and why I do it. And then the vibe is like two-step music. You know what I'm saying? Like two-step music. Put it right next to your favorite two-step song when the joint comes on. It got that grown and sexy, feel good, day party, high heels, boat shoes, you know what I'm saying? Button up. If you want to suit and tie it, that's on you, depending on how you feel. Briefcase, like we get into the business. You know what I'm saying? So that joint is called "You Are." You know what I'm saying? It's about being genuine, the most genuine you that you can be. I think y'all enjoy that one. You heard? So next joint, this joint is called "Horns Work." Now, similar to "You Are," but more cockier. Like, "You Are" was more like laid back, fun, fun and flashy for all the right reasons. But "Horns Work" is like, all right, I'm gonna loosen up my tie now, unbutton my shirt. I'm still classy, but I'm gonna just loosen up my cufflinks and loosen my tie, and I'm about to fuck this beat up. You know what I'm saying? It got that grown hip hop like bars. Like you could tell he vicious, but he got a suit on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm lyrically fucking up everything on this song. You know what I'm saying? The horns is going in the background, like it's like the drums is crazy, the sample is insane, and it's one of those hip hop records that every MC would love to talk this shit on. And I'm the one that I got the record, and I think it's insane, and I think y'all enjoy it. It's called "Horns Work." I'm talking my shit. I'm doing a lot of shit talking on this album. You know what I'm saying? And "Horns Work" is one of those ones. I think y'all will fuck with that. All right, so we're about 8 tracks in at this point. You know what I'm saying? We got 16 joints, so we got 8 more. This is the middle of the album. This is where there's a transition. You know what I'm saying? I already rapped, and I had a little bit of fun. I talked my shit. I gave you bounce. I gave you bars. I gave you a little bit of turn up. I gave you a lot of turn up. I gave you home. I gave you me. And now this is where I get into my struggle. I wouldn't even say struggle, because we just have to transition. But this was a struggle, but it turned into something beautiful with this next record. This record is called "Hey KK." I named it after my baby girl. I had my daughter about, what are you doing? Almost 5 years ago. She's in preschool now. She's the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to me. And when she got here, I wrote this song at that time and actually had a track to it, but I wrote it in such an emotional place that I was all over the place and I couldn't really own it the way I needed to. And, like fine wine, some songs need to just age, and great timeless music ages just like wine does. And I needed the song to age. I found the right track. The track was perfect. It's pretty. It feels girly. It feels daddy-daughterish to me. And I wanted to show my baby girl how much she changed my life, and a bit of the struggles and laughters, the happy pain that I went through. So this one is more not really dark, but it's more like this is happy growth, happy pain. It hurts so good. I've heard that phrase before, and that's what "Hey KK" is all about. And I know for sure that y'all will enjoy that one. All right, so here's where the album darkens a little bit. This is where you get to know how I am when I interact with people, when I engage with folks that I call friends. My loyalty is very realistic, but it's also very thin. And this song is called Back Turn. I have a good soul, but when I have to turn my back on you, you earned it, so to speak. You earned it. And this song is about sometimes you got to turn your back on people for them to learn something about how ungrateful they are about the things that they're blessed with. And that's what Back Turned is all about. I had to turn my back on somebody that I once saw as like my rider. And some people need to prioritize their losses better. Because when you prioritize your losses, eventually your losses turn into lessons. And hopefully you learn to never do fuck shit to people that you say you love. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to turn your back on people. And that's what Back Turned is all about. I think y'all will fuck with that one, especially if y'all can relate. All right, Feet on the Devil. I actually put feet. I also do my own track listings because my songs tell stories from one to the next. That's something that I learned. Big up to my bro E Sharp. I learned to be more of a storyteller with even my track titles and my song directions. So Feet on the Devil is my fight with turning my back on people. It's my fight to say I do have a good heart. So I'm fighting these demons every day because, you know, in one of the lyrics, and I think in verse 1, like when the song starts, I think it goes, no, not that one. I'm trying to think. My brain is all over the place. Run that back. We got to do that again. Feet on the Devil. Very similar to Back Turn, but Feet on the Devil is the fight to try to make it make sense. Like, should I do this? You know what I'm saying? Feet on the Devil reminds me of how much grace that I gave people or have given people, and they shit on me, but then judge me for giving them their energy back. And the song basically is like, I'm gonna keep my feet on the devil, head to the heavens, eye on the prize 24/7, because that's what the goal is. But on the ground, there are these demons, and I gotta stomp them. You know what I'm saying? And that's Feet on the Devil was probably one of my most emotional songs, aside from the song about my daughter, because that is a war. Give me your energy and I'll be your mirror. That is my saying. The energy you give me, I will return it. That's why it's similar to Back Turn. And like I said, Feet on the Devil is that war with self. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact y'all will enjoy this one as well. And it's definitely emotionally one of my favorite songs on the album. So y'all check that out. Feet on the Devil. Why You Do That? Why You Do That is an accountability record. I did something that I shouldn't have done. I'm not gonna say what that is. I would like for y'all to listen to the record. It touches on me taking accountability for some fuck shit I did. I did some fuck nigga shit, and I'm owning it, and I'm also expressing how I feel. I'm also expressing like how grateful I am for folks not giving up on me, and also how my regret behind it. Not just the accountability that I take, but the regret for the fuck situation that I put myself in. And so sometimes you gotta ask yourself why you do that. So I'm not gonna give y'all any more details on that. I think y'all should just press play and check it out, and it'll answer everything that you wanna ask me about the record. Why you do that, especially if that's your question. All right, where are we? This next record is called Won't Do for Love. Sometimes with mistakes that you make or things that happen in your past, sometimes it's like you're expected to drown in your mistakes and people won't let you grow. So it's like you feel like you're forced to deal with certain things because you made mistakes and you are breaking your neck to grow, and you feel unseen and you feel like you're tolerating more stuff, like too much stuff that you basically can't handle, and you have the choice whether or not if you're going to continue to handle it or not. And you say, nah, I'm not going to do this. So what I won't do for love is deal with this bullshit. So this song is called Won't Do for Love, because what I'm not going to do, you know what I mean? So it's one of those records. It's, a perspective of a man who's busting his ass in growth, busting his ass in life, and he's being overlooked. And he pulls the plug and say, here's what we're not gonna do. Here's what I'm not gonna do. And what I'm not gonna do for love. You know what I'm saying? So, and that shit got a bop to it. It got like that Jersey club drill, like that Jersey club drill mix, and that shit is fire. It's dope. It got a bop to it. I think y'all gonna fuck with it for real, for real. The Great Escape. The Great Escape. Sometimes I go into these dark places where I just want to say fuck everything, fuck everybody, and get the hell out and get away, be by myself. Since I've been in therapy, I've learned to adapt to and adopt my inner child. So I'm raising my inner child like I'm raising my daughter. And I'm very overprotective of my peace, my energy. So The Great Escape was the perfect song for me. I wrote this song a few years ago, and if any writers that's watching this right now, you ever find some shit that you wrote that you totally forgot about, and then it speaks how you feel today, but you wrote it years ago. And when I found the writing, it brought me to tears. So I took the writing, I moved some things around, and I played it back, and the shit had me more emotional than I ever been listening back to it. And I think if you relate, you may shed a tear or two, because it's one of those songs. Sometimes you just want to get away, and this is my great escape. And I think y'all will fuck with it. So, similar to Great Escape, well, I wouldn't even say similar, but, I said earlier that my song titles sometimes tell stories. There was The Great Escape, and then now we're moving into Lead Me. So now I need to be led through my great escape. And with this song has a very churchy feel. Like I said, in my dark places, I remember it being a long time since I actually asked God for something, and I was trying to do it without him, trying to figure things out without him. And then one day I decided to just pray about it. I didn't write anything. I just started to pray about it. And then the song happened. And when the song came to me, it was like, oh, shit. And I had nothing. And I remember listening to DMX, Lord Give Me a Sign. And he said everything in that first verse that I was feeling about life. And I remember every time I would hear that song, I would just get emotional and emotional and emotional. So with Lead Me, my first verse, I actually flipped DMX a verse around, and I kind of did it my own way, paying homage. Rest in peace, DMX, the dog. And I kind of, because I related so much, and it's my story, like God, it's been so long since I talked to you. Please lead me through this. Like, I can't drop this. I need you to take the wheel. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear it, it got that church feel. It got that soul. Like if tears ain't rolling down your eyes by the time the verse start, I don't know what to tell you. But this joint is called "Lead Me." So we've come to the end of the album. I've rapped with you. I gave you the bounce. I gave you my story. I gave you some happy times. You know, we rode down I-95. We put our feet on the devil. I mean, we made a great escape. We turned our backs on a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't do no bullshit for love. You know what I'm saying? You know, we took accountability for some fuck shit that we did. We gave haters a bad taste in their mouth. And, you know, that glory shit is, I'm telling y'all gonna fuck with that glory shit. But last but not least, we get down to the very last song. You know I gotta sing y'all out talking my fucking shit on my outro. This is the outro. You know what I'm saying? My man Quest in here. I was, you know, you can hear me talking to him through the whole track. Let it run, Quest. I'm in my bag with this one, Quest. I just wanted to end the album talking like to, just so you motherfuckers don't forget, I'm the guy. I've always been the guy. And I want to talk my shit when I close the fucking album out. And this is my outro. It's called A3 Outro. And when I tell you, like, I'm cooking for like a good 3-4 minutes. It got that soul sample, that Anita Baker sample, and the shit is just, oh my gosh. And so there you have it. So that's Alumni 3 to be exact, A3 for short. It'll be available. I want this to be timeless, so I ain't even gonna tell y'all when the release date is, but just make sure that when it's out, of course I'm gonna tag it places, but I want this to be timeless. I don't want to timestamp it because I want y'all to enjoy it for what it's worth in 50 years when a new person or a new soul that just want to be inspired by some dope old school hip hop, and they see this video and they say, oh shit, I really want to listen to this project, to this body of work. So, you know, I end on this note: substance, knowledge, intelligence, lyricism, love, showmanship, skills for short. And that's what Alumni is all about. And I hope y'all enjoy the album, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm open to all types of criticism, and I'm with the shits. Yeah.
This is a public service announcement. Please be advised and alarmed that Real as Promised is now in the building.